This program is brought to you by Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn attacks and reduces belly fat. Get yours today. 313-868-6612.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. You need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
I pledge to stay drug-free.
I plan to stay drug-free.
I pledge to stay drug-free.
I pledge to be drug-free.
I pledge to stay drug-free.
And good afternoon, and welcome to Expose Under the Sun, sponsored by the Detroit Native Sun newspaper. I'm your host, Darwin Griffin, and stay tuned for an enlivening half an hour of real news with great people. And if you'd like to join in on our conversation, our call-in numbers are area code 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, or 313-868-4336. And our website is www.tv33whpr.com. And you are watching us live from the awesome city of Highland Park that is under the auspices of the Honorable Hubert Yap. And just again, want to, as we do always, we want to thank R.J. Watkins and Henry Tyler for allowing us the opportunity to have a chance to go and disseminate some great information with some great people. And before we get started, just wanted to make mention, this has been a real interesting, week. For me, I've had in the past couple of days, had two homegoing services that I attended. One was for a great, great friend of mine, and his name was Johnny Gibson, and he owned Gibson's Lounge up on Puritan for quite a while. He had the lounge as well as the party store, and he passed away, and we had the homegoing services for him this past Saturday. So again, just want to express our deepest sympathies and condolences to the Gibson family, Nancy, her son, Rodney, and the girls, as well as their grandchildren. So again, if you know the Gibsons, please reach out to Nancy and let her know that she and her family are in your thoughts and prayers. And then also had to attend the homegoing services for Fred Norris, one of my APRI family members. And he passed away recently, and we had the homegoing services for him out in Ecorse, Michigan. And sometimes when you have homegoing services for people, you find out some things about them that you didn't know. One thing I found out about Mr. Norris was that he was a former councilman out in the awesome city of Ecorse, Michigan. So that was something that I was really, pleased to hear as well too. But just a couple of little shout outs to a couple people, some good friends of mine that are a little under the weather, and just want to get well wishes to Michelle Wright, and also to Carol E. Willis hyphenated Brown. So if you can keep them lifted in your thoughts and prayers today to get well, that would be greatly appreciated. And then also to the Norris and the Gibson families, to keep them lifted up in your prayers as well too. We know there's a lot of power in prayer, so please keep people lifted up in prayer. But today, I've got two guests that are going to be talking about an event that's going to be coming up this coming Thursday. And as I usually do, I usually take ladies first. Yeah. So So I will introduce the young lady. I usually put, if you notice, when I do my show, I usually put the women in the middle, and we men, surrounding them so that we can kind of protect them and be their protectors and comfort them. And so the young lady I have that's in the middle, her name is Miss Samantha Van. And I'll let her introduce her title and what she does, and then the gentleman that's also kind of like my additional protector for Miss Van is C.J. Frank. So I'll let the two of them introduce themselves and tell a little bit about themselves, and then we'll talk about what the event is going to be coming up. But Miss Van, tell our listening audience a little bit about who you are.
Okay, my name is Samantha Van. I'm from Elite Women's Organization. I sit on the executive board of that. I also own my own business, Creative Odyssey. I am going to be speaking this Thursday, which I am honored to do so, on such a magnificent man. So I'm just blessed and honored to have the opportunity to do so with the protectors next to me now. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm CJ Frank. I'm the owner, executive director of Not Again, which is a positive impact social movement development group. And what we do is just try to get into the community, connect our political leaders, our business liaisons, and our grassroots organizers, and try to help initiate change within our communities. We provide those action-led initiatives that people can actually get involved with to make change in our communities.
Now, CJ, tell a little bit. Now, what you've got coming up on Thursday, this initiative, this was something that was birthed by you, or was it birthed by someone else?
So it was birthed by me, but definitely inspired by Kobe and the people that were affected in that tragedy in our world in general. For example, my little brother, he lives in me, and he's been a diehard Kobe Bryant fan since I met him. And he's just amazing. And to see him affected by the loss of Kobe Bryant, to see the kids that I coach, I'm a basketball coach, so to see my students affected by it, to see my dad affected by it, it just affected my community, everybody that I was around, my sphere of influence. And I was like, I need to help them heal. I need to help them heal. So what better way to do it than reach out to people like Ms. Van, reach out to people like you, Mr. Griffin, who know the world, who know the game, and who can understand life in the way to help us see through transition. So this is what I wanted. I wanted people to come together to help us heal.
Okay, and Ms. Van, talk to me. Tell us a little bit more about what your participation in this event on Thursday is going to be.
Well, I'm coming on the forefront of, I watched Kobe when I was young, so after some decades of time, I wasn't necessarily as much into basketball as I am into now, but during his era, we're only 1 year apart, and we're both Virgos, so during his era, that was the time I watched. To me, that was when the game was authentic and original, and I appreciated the craft and everything that he brought to the game. So I'm coming on to just talk about the relationship, because it was also not only impactful to the family, but he lost his daughter at that time too. So just address some of the things of the concerns of daughters growing up without their fathers, and how that can affect relationships moving forward.
Now, you mentioned, because usually I hear more, and I'm not sexist at all, but I hear more women bringing up the astrological signs. So you're a Virgo, and he was a Virgo.
Yes.
Talk to me about the relationship that Virgos have with everybody else that's not a Virgo.
Right.
Okay, so we're very, it's hard to explain. We engulf life and everyone around us with a pureness and a just a feeling of non-judgment and the ability to see and feel what the purity of what people have to offer. So that is why I know that he was pure in all that he did, because no matter who we meet, our whole intent is to seek them and reach them with a pure heart and pure vision.
Now, tell Samantha, what were you doing at the time when you heard about Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the other 7 passengers that were on that?
I was actually on the phone with my cousin. And she said, Kobe's there. And I was like, girl, please. And you know how when people
Right.
are saying that you have to hurry up with Google now, you can go to Google in like a heartbeat. But sometimes that's not true. So you have to wait a couple of minutes. And then it all settled in. And I was like, it was unreal.
So unreal.
Okay, CJ, what were you doing? when
Yeah,
you heard about
so I was at my pre-licensure for life insurance. I'm like trying to, what they say, if you're not learning something, you're losing something. So I was like trying to learn something, and I'm in class doing what I'm not supposed to be doing on my phone. And my sister texts our group chat, because I'm in the group chat with my family, and she's like, Kobe got into a helicopter crash. And my dad instantly takes back, fake news. Like, you said, like everybody do, like, no. And I was like, I Googled it. I seen it, and I almost started crying in class. I told my buddy sitting next to me, I was like, Kobe passed. Like, and in that instant moment, we both had the unspoken communication that let us know that we were both hurt by it. Anybody else that I told, no matter who they were, what they were going through in the moment, they was like, Kobe? No, not Kobe. You know, it was just unreal for everybody that I encountered. So,
Well, I guess for the few people that may not know that Kobe Bryant was in a tragic helicopter accident, and he was taking, I think it was he, his daughter, and the couple of coaches and a couple of the players, as well as the pilot of the helicopter that had crashed. And the thing was that this was this past Sunday.
yes.
And the thing was that this was in the morning time, and there was a lot of fog, foggy conditions. So they were going to his Mamba Academy for I guess they were going to be coached. I don't know if they were actually going to be playing in a game, but
Yeah, I think it was
they were saying
practice.
that he was going to a practice, correct. And the thing was that just like what you were saying, I had heard this. I was emceeing a fundraiser that morning, and then when I got the word that Kobe had made this transition, but the thing that was interesting was a lot when you mentioned about fake news. There was a lot of different accounts as to who was on this helicopter.
Yes.
Because I had heard someone made mention that all of his daughters were on the helicopter. And then the other thing that I was hearing too was that one of his former basketball, teammates, Rick Fox, was also on there as well. So it took me to go to another meeting after I left from this fundraiser to kind of get the exact what had really happened, and the number of people, because it was also question about how many people actually were on the helicopter, and the purpose of what that helicopter was doing in the air, in the fog, when they had told other people not to fly helicopters. I think the police were told not to let their helicopters fly in all that fog. So there was a lot of questions, and I think there was a lot of questions too about what caused the accident, as well. So just like you both were saying, the same thing with me. I was really wondering how this could happen, and we think about, and then when I'm hearing too, it reminded me at such a young age, because, he was only 41 years of age. And so it was a big impact to me because of the fact that he was, number one, so young, and then the love that he had for his daughter and his Mamba Academy. And then, as people were saying too, he was starting another career. And I mean, when I see all the different accounts about how much money he's worth, and and then just looking at all of the people that were impacted, as you both are saying, as to players that had playing time with Kobe, that played ball with him, that were inspired by him. And it was interesting because even players that mentioned Kobe were even older than Kobe that said that they were inspired by him. And that's a true legacy right there. That's the definite, as you're saying, a true definition of somebody's character. And the thing is, these were legends. These were people that actually looked up to him, that had even retired from playing the game that still looked up to him and said, hey, the legacy lives on.
Yeah.
Now, I want to throw a question at both of you that I know that it's been in the news recently. There's conversation. I was looking at something on Facebook where Snoop Dogg, Calvin Broadus, had made a comment and was saying that he thought that the NBA logo should be changed. And, you know, a lot of people don't even know who the logo currently is of.
Right.
I'm going to ask both of you, do you know who that is?
Isn't it Irving or like someone in that era?
Before that era.
Oh, go a little bit before. Okay.
Okay, I should know this. So I'm just gonna throw out the name and say Phil Lewis. Oh,
No.
Boom, bomb.
I'll give you a guess, and this is for our viewing and listening audience.
Right, Darwin Lewis.
The thing is that this man, that's the logo, was instrumental in getting Kobe Bryant to come and play for the Lakers.
Wow.
More clues.
Just tell us.
Right.
Just tell us.
Well, I see Samantha got that look on her face like, wait a minute, I love this trivia, like, so I want to find out. And there's probably somebody in the audience that's probably saying,
Oh,
say the name, and probably is screaming the name so that you can hear it through the through the airwaves.
I suck at trivia.
Whoever was the emblem wore Chucks back when they were playing during the Chucks era, right?
They wore Chucks.
Okay, I'm
they
getting
wore
close.
Chucks. We close.
I'm getting, listen, so go in Chuck's era.
I'll give you one other
Come
little
on,
clue.
one more.
The person's last name is a direction on a campus. You only got
West.
4 choices.
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
Jerry
Jerry
West.
West.
See, this is great mind.
Okay,
But
look.
Jerry West was instrumental because, as you probably know, Kobe was first drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. And then Jerry West saw Kobe and thought that the potential for him to be a Laker was astronomical. So he did what he had to do to get him to come and play for the Lakers. And the rest was history.
The rest is history.
But the question again, Jerry West, the logo is of him. Calvin Broadus, Snoop Dogg, is talking about changing the logo to have Kobe Bryant on the logo. Your thoughts?
So, can I ask a question before I give my thought?
Go ahead.
Was Jerry West the first logo? Was he the first image, or has it been changed to him? Was it somebody before him?
That's a very good question, and I would probably hazard to guess, CJ, that I think that he was probably the initial
Yeah.
logo for the NBA.
So that's why, for my answer, I'm just gonna say, I think it's something about the creation. And I like keeping things the original way that the creator wanted it to be. So I'm going to say keep it the way it is, just so we can know that's solidified and it's always going to be that, and it's just that throughout time. That's why I say that. That's how I feel.
Okay, Samantha.
So my views, there was a Facebook thing that had just came up, and it had, now I'm understanding, you just brought clarity to that. So if that must have been the question of like what emblem or what logo they should use. I think keep Jerry, and then just change the colors on the background to the Lakers color, but keep the man, because it was the man that created that man and allowed him to reach different plateaus to be as effective as he is a living legend. So change the color just in honor.
So you want the color to be changed to the purple and yellow,
yes.
or the purple and gold,
Yes.
like how their colors
but
are.
keep Stewart, because
What?
there's no Kobe without him. He saw something. There's always someone that sees something in you more. You have to pay homage to them first. And though we may be hurt
You're talking about like Jerry West, so leave Jerry West as the
Jerry West
logo.
as the guy, but just change the color background.
Yeah, because we got to keep that history. If
Yeah.
there's a chance that if we change the logo, people will stop talking about Jerry West, and that's not what we want.
And that's not what we want, because
You know?
of how important he was. And I didn't know this story that you just said, so you just gave me so much knowledge. Thank you.
That's why
But-
people should come to this event on Thursday.
Yes,
Right,
they
that's
should.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
Well,
learn a
let's
lot.
do this. We got about a few minutes left.
Okay.
So, CJ Till, what is this event that they're going to get more knowledge from me and other people that are going to be on this panel? Tell about this event coming up on Thursday.
This event, Remembering the Mamba, a living legend, is a healing space for our community. It's a place where our leaders come to guide our community through hard times. So we have a poet, we have a very great featured spoken word artist, One Single Rose, who's gonna bless us with a project that she penned just for Kobe. We also have Dominic Lemonius, who's an artist. He did a wonderful painting of Kobe. This is just people who were inspired by this man, and they're bringing all the inspiration that he's given them and showing it for the community to see in words and dance and art. And so this is what that is. This is that space.
And then one thing, too, I'd say another good friend of mine, Dr. Savina Taylor,
Yes.
the pastor over at Unity Temple Church, is also going to go and pretty much like give a benediction,
Yes,
for the event
definitely,
as well.
definitely.
So,
And then we should talk about our panelists. So we're gonna have Darwin Griffin there, who's Darwin, okay? We also got Samantha Van, who's gonna be there. Gary Shelton's gonna be there. We're gonna have Lito Mendez and also Keith Bennett. And those 5 power-packed people are gonna just shut it down. I can't wait, but it's all moderated by English Reed Jones. So come out. This is a Not Again powered event featured with Clad and also Millennials versus Everybody.
now tell, where's it going to be at in the time?
It's going to be at Nandi's Knowledge Cafe. That's 71 Oakman Boulevard. That's Highland Park, zip code 48203. It's going to be amazing from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Just come out for a great, great night, okay?
Okay. Is there a cost?
Free. Free is for me and for you and for we and for everybody you know, so tell them, okay?
Well, I think everybody likes that word.
Everybody
free.
like it.
That's probably people's favorite 4-letter word. So
Yeah.
that's good. Okay.
You know, we're going to take donations for those affected by the tragedy.
Okay. And so primarily the thing is that now that we've talked about what the tragedy was, what is the legacy that you think that Kobe is leaving for the young people, like you say, you coach basketball.
Yes.
So for some of those players that you coach, what do you think that legacy is that Kobe is going to leave for those young players?
You know, that's such a great question because around this time, everybody's talking about how LeBron made his big highlight, but I think that just shows Kobe's greatest highlight even more. Kobe pushed us all to be better, to find the greatness within us and pull it out and chase it and go and be the beast that you got to be the greatest and don't care till you get there type feeling. And that's what I got. I remember working hard to be like Kobe. So what he taught me, what he's going to always be for me, is the drive that I need to be my best person. Kobe is the greatness that I want to achieve. And that's who Kobe is for me. That's the legacy, is greatness. Amazing.
Okay. And Samantha, tell a little bit about what do you think in terms of, say, the impact that you think that Kobe left, as well as Kobe's daughter, that may have left as far as, say, on young girls that may be aspiring to be basketball players, where it's usually when you think about traditionally, you don't think as much about women playing basketball, even though they have the WNBA for the women, and you think about some of the great college basketball players, some of the women that have played before, like teams like South Carolina, Connecticut, Tennessee. There's been a lot of great women basketball programs, in this modern age. But tell, what do you think, Samantha, is some of the impact that's made on a lot of young ladies, especially because Kobe's daughter was only 13? So what do you think that impact that you think might be on some of the young girls that may be aspiring to play basketball in the footsteps of their fathers or their mothers, for that fact?
Yes.
That was a wonderful question.
Yes.
I am certainly pondering that right now for a second.
Right.
Well, I guess
He taught, I guess it would be for the age group if we're going to signify that caliber, or any woman, because you express the evolution and widespread of WNBAs and things of like that has been ongoing. The most important thing, I think, for any young girl is belief. Belief in something more than you could ever imagine, and having your father there to share that same belief with you is something that is very impactful, and that will be impactful definitely with the loss of the legend.
Because I know there's a lot of young ladies that aren't fortunate to have their fathers in their lives. So I think the thing is, Samantha, what primarily, when you see something like that happening, do you think that there's more girls that need to reach out to their fathers and kind of, just have the dialogue, have the conversation, get to know their fathers, maybe better than they have had in the past? Because I think that's the one thing that Kobe's legend has done, is that it's solidified young ladies' love. The first love that they've had when it comes to a man is their dads or their fathers. And the fathers teach. What do they teach to their daughters? You had a father, you have sons. What are you telling your sons that a mother can impart to their sons about a man and the love that a man would have? We've got 1 minute.
All right.
I know that's a long question.
Yes,
so maybe that might be a teaser that we may want to kind of impart.
Can we talk on
maybe
that
on
tomorrow?
Thursday. We
Well,
talk
come
about that
tomorrow
on
to 90s or Thursday. I'm off on days.
Give the information real quick.
We're going to go really fast. It's 6 to 8 p.m. Thursday, February the 6th. This Thursday coming up, 90s Knowledge Cafe, 71 Oakman Boulevard, Highland Park, Michigan, 48203. Come out and listen to us finish some of this wonderful dialogue about the living legend.
Right. And you can make sure that you ask Samantha Van that question when she comes out.
I'm writing it down.
So make sure let English know, because English is going to be the moderator for the panel discussion. So that's a good question that she can ask as well.
Y'all gotta
so just as both of my guests have been saying, please come out. And make certain, too, that you do get an opportunity to come out. And to those that have been looking at my Facebook Live, I know Michelle Wright, I know you made a good comment about the Shocks. They were a basketball team that Bill Laimbeer, former Piston, used to coach as well, too. So there's a lot that we need to look at, too, as well. So, again, I want to thank my guests for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you both on Thursday. And I know we'll have a good time. It's not going to be a great event unless our listening audience and our viewing audience is going to be there as well.
Please come out. Please come out. Please come out.
Again, you've been watching Expose Under the Sun, sponsored by the Detroit Native Sun News. If you'd like to get a copy of the Detroit Native Sun newspaper, you can contact Ms. Valerie Lockhart at area code 313-457-5944. And you can pick up a copy of the Detroit Native Sun newspaper at your local Kroger supermarkets. Again, I do want to thank everyone for coming out, thank our listening audience, thank our viewing audience, and we look forward to seeing you again, same time, same station. But first, we definitely want you to come out to Nandy's on Thursday and get an opportunity to go and express your concerns and your sympathies and condolences to the Bryant family for the tragic loss of their daughter, their son, and all of the players that were affected by that as well, too. Again, we'll see you again, same time, same station. This is Darwin Griffin. Peace. Love you.